What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing the game Max Payne, which was released on the PC by Remedy Entertainment and gathering of developers. It was ported to PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Game Boy Advance. Now, the plot is that Max Payne is being pursued by the mob and the cops because he was framed for a murder that he didn't commit. Max Payne is pretty much a DEA agent and a former New York cop and everything. And one thing that Max Payne mentioned in the early part of the game that his wife and baby daughter was murdered by some junkies who was on some type of drug that's pretty much based off of Norse mythology. The name of the drug is, you know. So he took a job as a DEA agent, you know what I'm saying, to go undercover to go after them, to investigate the mob for selling this particular drug. One thing that's worth noting is that the Game Boy Advance version is different from the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC version in that the game is played in the asymmetric perspective, you know what I'm saying, and some of the missions from the PC and console versions are like missing in the Game Boy Advance version, but other than that, it's practically no different than the other three versions, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the story, gameplay, music, and all that. Now, pretty much Max Payne has three acts in it. The first act has 9 chapters. The second act has 5 chapters, and the third one has 8 chapters. You know, which makes it pretty much has 23 stages in it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's a decent number of stages in the game. You know what I'm saying? This game has different type of weapons you can use, you know what I'm saying? There's the melee weapons like crowbars, baseball bats, handguns, shotguns, assault rifles, and a sniper rifle along with a grenade launcher and Molotov cocktails and stuff like that. The main draw to pretty much Max Payne is the thing called bullet time, where you press a button and slow down time to dodge bullets and to more accurately hit one of the enemies. You know what I'm saying? It would be better to hit like 1 or 2 people while using bullet time, because it doesn't pretty much last long to begin with. Plus, if you try to it'll pretty much bullet time will run out if you rely on it too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was meant for you to rely on bullet time in every situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can also use the surrounding environment to take out different enemies that you may see. And one of the things that you can use is like shooting a gas tank. You know what I'm saying? So you will see it start leaking at first, then it explodes. So the best thing for you to do is stay as far away from the gas tank and other explosive items as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because they will hurt you, if not kill you. You know what I'm saying? Plus, another thing is that you restore your health through using painkillers and all that. And in the Game Boy Advance version, if you collect like a certain number of painkillers, it could be 3, 4, or 5. And if you happen to quit the game while playing and start it back up again, you will still have those painkillers to use like later on if you need them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if the PC and console version had do the same thing, but if that's the case, you can mention it in the comment section of this video. You know what I'm saying? And One thing about it is that the Max Payne, whether you're talking about the console versions, the GBA or the PC version, the cutscenes consist of graphic novel setups. You know what I'm saying? As Max Payne doing the monologues and stuff. Now the graphics and design of Max Payne are pretty good, you know what I'm saying? It's just that the Game Boy Advance version is the one that probably like aged the worst, you know what I'm saying? Probably you can say it's not as good as the PC version and the home console versions, you know, the Xbox version, PS2 version, you know. And it does have a nice color palette to it also, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like the GBA version is has a few more color palettes than the other three versions, you know. Now the controls to Max Payne are pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And it really doesn't matter which version you play. The gameplay is still good, you know what I'm saying? It really comes down to personal preference, you know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack is pretty good too, you know. In the it has like a sort of a dark tone to it, you know what I'm saying? If you like that type of setup with the soundtrack, you gonna like soundtrack to Max Payne and stuff. Now the voice acting is pretty solid to me, you know what I'm saying? And as far as the Game Boy Advance version, you would expect the voice acting to be not as good as the PC and the home console version, but it's just as good as the Xbox, PS2, and PC version of Max Payne. You know what I'm saying? To me, the voice acting is one of the best parts of Max Payne in terms of the Game Boy Advance version. You can say that for the PC and the home console versions too. You know what I'm saying? Now, in my opinion, Max Payne is a good game, and I'll recommend it to anybody who is into like third-person shooters and stuff like that. Even though the GBA version is an isometric version, you know what I'm saying? That's an isometric point of view, rather. You know, so far as the score, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10. The gripes that I do have is not that big, you know what I'm saying? It's relatively minor and all that. Now, with that being said, if you like Max Payne, you can mention it in the comment section. If you have a favorite Max Payne game in the franchise, you can also mention that. With that being said, if you like my review of Max Payne, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.